try that again. I don't know anything about the Vale. Never played it before. I know it has something to do with blindness. Okay, so it's reading this because it's meant to be accessible. Gotcha.
Push game, diff game,
controls,
controller vibration, turn on, controller vibrations on. Game options menu, main menu, start new game.
Start game.
Select starting difficulty, casual,
normal probably.
The game is set to normal.
The king is dead. It was not a hero's death.
Turning it up a bit.
It was the slow death of an old man. But it gave him time to plot and fuss about his affairs. Enough time, in fact, to spare a rare thought towards his second-born. What to do with me? The blind girl he hid away in the keep. Would I be allowed to stand at my brother's side as he took his place on the throne? No. Even from the grave, my father would not allow me to burden the family. No less than 500 miles of barren heath and twisting vale would keep me from doing that. And now? Here I am.
Subtle positional
on the
audio
approach
here.
To my new home on the outskirts of the kingdom. I hear a river. Where are we, Uncle?
We're crossing now. You, Alex, are officially home.
I already like this concept.
I would think the smell of sheep would provide all you need to know.
You could have said something nice. Made something up.
Honesty is the greatest gift a princess could receive.
Then you spoil me, Uncle. Why would it be my father's dying wish to send me to the borderlands?
Your brother is king. Your father wanted you to have something of your own.
That's honesty. Even in death, father wanted his sightless daughter as far away as possible.
I wanted you to have something of your own. From one second-born to another, it's not an easy thing, being in someone's shadow.
I like the shadows. You hear more honesty there.
You will make a wise lady, even out here in the borderlands.
I'll make some chieftain's son a disappointing wife.
You'll be just fine. As long as you can tell the difference between the men and the sheep.
This is a really cool concept for a game. I'm enjoying it so far.
How many?
An army, my lord.
Can we make the castle?
No, they're on us now. To arms! To arms!
Wait here, Alex.
Uncle? Uncle!
I like that way of showing movement. So the controller's vibrating here.
Alex! Are you okay?
Who's that?
It's your brother, Theo.
Theo, yes. What happened?
We were playing Blind Seeker. He fell down the stairs of the loft.
This always happens to me, doesn't it?
Because you're the only one who can't cheat. Everyone else peeks under the blindfold.
No. Rolf tricked me. He led me to the edge of the stairs.
Well, the little Ted is hiding by the mill wheel right now. I won't say anything to Father if you were to be careless with your cane as you search there.
Use the left stick to walk in any direction.
Oh,
Use
cool.
right stick to turn on the spot.
I like having this like field of floaters to kind of help you orient yourself a bit.
He's right there. Go ahead, swing.
Push the right stick in the direction you wish to swing.
Ow! Again, Alex.
Alex?
Stop it! It's Uncle.
This game is over. Rolf will be wanted back in the kitchens.
Yes, my lord.
You may go too, Theo.
Yes, Uncle. Sorry, Alex.
I see you've found a new use for your cane.
What is my punishment?
If anyone should be punished, it's me.
That's a smart idea.
Things I should have taught you years ago.
Like what?
I stand directly in front of you, and I want you to swing your cane at me.
You want me to hit you?
Yes. My punishment. Your first lesson.
Push the right stick in the direction you wish to swing.
Swing at me. Now. Very good. Now, when I move, your head will remain facing forward as to conceal your level of awareness from your enemy.
My enemy?
Listen. Now swing at me again. Excellent.
That's cool.
Now,
It's all positional
I'm moving
audio.
to stand directly in front of you again. I want you to swing as many times as you can, as fast as you can. Swing at me. Swing. Swing at me. Swing. That's good. Know your limit. You want to be selective with your strikes.
You will be limited to only a few consecutive strikes before you must pause to catch your breath.
Cool.
An exhausted fighter is a dead fighter. And what do you think is the first rule of combat?
Don't die?
Precisely.
Perfect.
Hello? Uncle?
Yeah, I think the floaters there help you kind of, if you're
Must have
sighted,
overturned. It's night.
keep sense of your relative position
long
from
have
where
I
you
been
started.
out? I need water. I'll have to get to the river. Uncle? Hello? Don't be stupid, Alex. Who's to say you'll find a friendly answer? Ah, wolves. That's reassuring. Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Oh. A body. Soldier. Fur-lined tunic. He's not one of ours. Perhaps Uncle made it out okay. Let's see here. Yes. A sword. Rusted. Broken. Better than nothing. And a scabbard. You'll have to do for now.
You have gained a Tier 1 sword. The back or select button will bring up the character menu, where you can review equipment, coin, and travel options. Character menu. Equipment. Use left stick, broken sword. Traveling clothes. Use left stick to cycle item
Oh, wow.
stats.
There's more
Left
stats than I would have
trigger
expected.
to return to equipment. Item quality. Tier 1 sword. Critical chance bonus. 10%. Use left broken sword. Travel. Use left stick. Character. Equip coin. You have 0 copper. Character menu. Push equip coin. Resume game.
Yes. I don't think I've ever been so thirsty. Who's there? Uncle? Okay. Not Uncle. You like sticks? Go get it. Got a heavy one here now. Fair warning, you're getting this one in the muzzle.
This is cool.
Well, I won't be sleeping tonight.
If you haven't played this game before, I'm having to press the right
do,
stick in the
Uncle?
direction where I'm hearing the sounds.
What would Theo do?
Time it.
I suppose a king wouldn't find himself alone 500 miles from his home. 500 miles. I suppose I start walking.
I like this game better than Perception, because Perception was definitely exclusively for sighted players. I could see this actually
All
being
roads
playable.
lead east, they say. Unless you're walking in the exact wrong direction. Talking to yourself like a madwoman. Who's there? Friend or foe?
Depends. Are you with the Odedan horde?
No. I have no money.
I'm not out to rob you.
You're limping. You're injured.
You're blind, but perceptive.
Friend or foe?
You're highborn. You're not from the borderlands.
And you?
A shepherd
Where's your flock?
in the bellies of barbarians.
We are not foes, then.
It would appear not.
I hear men approaching. Are they the King's Guard?
Afraid not, girl. This is where we part ways. Good luck.
Wait!
Well, what do we have here?
Looks like a shiny prize to me.
Don't suppose she's the one the general's looking for.
Okay. Stay calm. Think, Alex.
You wanted to see me, Uncle?
You are going to learn how to use a sword today.
My father wants me to learn how to use a sword.
In truth, no, he does not. However, a princess and future protector of the realm need first be able to protect herself.
Wouldn't that be my brother's job? Protector of the realm.
Firstborns get killed every day, girl. You're going to learn this. Here, take this sword. Grip it firmly. You know I've never cared that you're blind. And our enemies will not care about that either when they set out to kill you. Now, I want you to swing your sword at me. Don't worry, the blade is not sharp.
Push the right stick in the direction you wish to swing.
Very good. As you can hear, your attacks are easy for me to parry as long as I'm not trying to do something else.
Something else? Like what?
Like hitting you.
That hurt!
Now, if you don't want that to happen again, you're going to have to hit me first. And if you're quick enough, I won't be able to parry. Are you ready?
I suppose?
Listen for sounds that lead into my swing. My armor, the shift of my weight, and swing the second you hear it.
Okay.
Excellent. One more time. Very good. Now, shall we play a little game?
No?
Strike me 3 times and you win.
All right.
No?
Oh, and I'm going to move around this time. Excellent. Very good. Excellent. That's 3 for you, niece. Well done.
Nice.
I know you think you don't need to learn this, but our enemies are unyielding and they show no mercy. Not for the young, nor the old, nor the
Or if they could do
blind.
some cool stuff with this in VR. I mean, you wouldn't see anything, but
Even stronger than your brother, because no one knows what the future might hold for you.
the positional audio is
Alright,
pretty
Uncle.
powerful. You could, like, actually like, turn your head and stuff. Change what you hear from which direction.
What's wrong with you, girl? What are you staring at?
Stay back, or I'll start swinging.
Where's the other half of your sword?
What are you waiting for?
I think she's blind.
Then that should make it easy for you.
Ah!
Oh, she got you good. Hell, I'll do it myself. You're weak.
Hard to talk while playing this. Nice.
Girl,
Is that the shepherd?
yes. Take my hand before more arrive.
Where are you taking me?
Safety. I have a camp nearby.
Thanks, Shepherd.
Sorry, girl, for running off. What's a lame shepherd going to do against practiced killers?
I suppose I should thank you for coming back.
I suppose you're welcome.
I need to get back to the capital. To my brother.
The capital. What are you doing out here? Merchant family?
I do like the element
My
of
family
requiring you to imagine
is
everything.
very wealthy. There would be a reward if I was escorted back safely.
Escort a blind girl 500 miles down a treacherous valley in the wake of an invading horde. Not sure what reward would be worth that.
What would you do with me then?
Teach you to tend sheep? Get your pretty hands dirty.
You could buy 1,000 sheep with the reward my family could provide.
1,000? Huh. Must be some family you have. Or you don't know the price of sheep. Do you have a name?
Alex.
Alex. I am Abdul Rashid. Call me Shepherd if you like.
Okay. Shepherd.
Getting you home, Alex, will depend on where the Odedin are headed, how well I can heal up, and who we can find to help us on the way.
My uncle and I were traveling with a guard when we were attacked. They may still be around.
If that horde set upon them, they would have been killed.
I'm still here.
Then you were not worth the trouble. Get some rest. It will be safer to travel later at night. I suppose you're indifferent to the dark.
Thank you, Shepherd.
Don't thank me yet, sheep. The valley home is long and winding. It conceals more than just barbarians.
Like that everything isn't necessarily linear too, so you have to kind of keep track of where you are, when you are.
Alex, pay attention.
Yes, Uncle.
Now, as a blind fighter, you will be well served to have a shield. Now take it here with your left hand,
It's heavy.
as it should be. Now, this time, when I swing at you, I want you to raise your shield.
Hold the left stick in the direction of your target to block.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Raise your shield. Very good. Now,
Yep.
right after you block my attack, you will have a split second to counterattack. It's a more defensive way to fight. Give it a try. Block my attack and immediately counterattack.
Use the left stick to block your target. Then release left stick and immediately counterattack using the right stick.
Excellent. Another game then. Defeat me any way you want. Attack as I swing or block and counterattack. On guard, girl.
I appreciate that they
Once
have.
again, well done, niece.
The two different methods there, yeah.
Alex,
It's
wake
good
up.
that they have the cooldown thing so you
What
can't
is
just
this?
mash the
Lieutenant,
stick in all
They've set
directions.
up camp on the ridge above us. We have to get moving. Follow me. This way. Over here. It's a raiding party. They supply the horde as it moves. I'm afraid this won't be the last one we run into.
What do you see?
About 10 warriors, in small groups around the clearing. No room to get around. There's no central fire. They probably don't like each other much.
I'll need a shield.
What are you going to do with that?
Use it if I have to.
For now, I'll try to draw them away. You stay here.
Wait!
I'll come back for you.
My uncle promised me the same thing.
I'm a cunning shepherd. I won't get caught. Oh, son of a dog.
What do we have here?
No! Wait!
No!
Fortune shines upon us. It's the royal brat.
We have our orders. Kill her and bring her to the general.
No!
I wonder how I was able to do this.
Alex, are you listening?
What?
You were off somewhere. I said, I'll draw them away. You wait here.
No. It's not going to work.
How would you know that?
I just do.
Interesting.
It's too dark. We'll move together. I'll lead.
All right. We'll need to get to the river.
Not bad.
Look what I found.
What is this?
The shield you requested.
Is this a barrel lid?
It suits you. Now keep moving.
You have gained a Tier 1 shield.
Are you there, Shepherd?
Yes. I think we're clear of the camp. Damn it. A patrol.
Hey, you there? Who are you?
Stay calm, Alex. Let me talk.
Look at me.
My sister and I were just returning home from treating lepers outside Bolt Keep.
Lepers, you say? Bring the torch.
Bring the torch!
Sorry, Alex. We'll have to run.
Or fight?
It's the missing princess.
I'll tell the others.
And share the glory? I don't think so.
A lot harder when you have multiple people at once.
You die already!
You really know how to use a barrel lid.
I have my uncle to thank for that.
We have to keep moving downriver. I need to find a settlement. Somewhere to heal up.
Lead the way, Shepherd.
Yeah, I'd love to see them do a VR version of this game that uses your head to calibrate where you're hearing the audio from, and maybe
know this
use the
village?
controllers
It's
to
called
let you like
Braga.
pick things up without being
But
able to
that's
see
all I
them,
know.
like to use a haptic
I've never
feedback.
been this far east.
Describe it for me.
Well, it looks like a village. Too small and out of the way for the horde to bother.
It's working
with.
though. I'm digging it.
There's a smith, some cellars, an inn.
Your leg. You going to be all right?
Not without clean dressings and herbals.
I don't have any money.
You'll have to sell something. Your clothes, maybe.
My clothes?
Your fancy cloak must be worth something, and you'll draw less attention without it. Have a look around. I'll be at home here with the animals.
Have you covered north to south?
Yeah, exactly.
We have you covered north to south.
Ah! Here's a young woman who knows a thing or two about finer things. I know a merchant from the capital when I see one. I can give you an excellent price on the furs.
Don't whisper to
Both
my...
my pelts this warm west of Riverton.
Actually, I'm looking to sell. My cloak.
Times is hard for me, too. Not sure what I could afford.
100 copper?
Ah! I mistook you for a fellow merchant. I see now that you're a highway robber. Why don't you just take my entire cart while you're at it? I could also throw in what's left of my
It sounds like
tea,
somebody from
if you
Disco
like.
Elysium.
What do you want then?
10 copper. Final offer.
Now who's the thief?
Whoa, 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 no, no. Now that I see the cloak from the back, it's very nice. 15 copper. Truly, my final offer.
20.
Done. That's 15 and 20 copper as agreed.
Gonna call him on it.
Nice doing business with you. Fine silks! Warm furs! We have you covered north to south.
Fresh bread, 2 loaves for a copper. You looking for something, child?
I'm looking for healing supplies. Dressings for a wound, and something for infection.
Are you hurt?
No, it's for my friend.
Can you bring him in? I can have a look.
I'll just take the supplies.
It will be 10 copper for the bandages and poultice.
Here you are.
Thank you, child. And this is everything you'll need.
You hear that?
Herbals, essentials, tonics, bombs, and ointments.
Over here,
Herbals, essentials, tonics, bombs.
This way, Alex.
I have the supplies.
Thank you.
Do you need help with the dressing?
I know what I'm doing. It's not my first blade wound. I've spent more time in pastures fending off bandits than wolves. I suppose you're not used to sleeping with livestock.
Thankfully, no.
I just realized the color
They're
corresponds
warm, at
to...
I'll need a couple days
Time of
before I
day.
can travel. But it will give us time to collect a few things. We'll need a bow for hunting, and money. Don't suppose you know a trade?
I'd like to find a better weapon. Perhaps some armor.
A sheep in wolf's clothing. I suppose it will make bandits on the road think twice. Get some sleep, Alex. All right. We should head for the inn and ask about work. Won't get anywhere without coin. Just follow the music.
Nope.
Herbals, essentials, tonics, bombs, and ointments.
Not this way.
Can I help you?
We need a bow.
And perhaps a little steel for the road east.
You know that the Horde is on the march.
Well aware. Thank you.
I haven't done much in weapons since the local garrison left years back, but I have a couple of salvage pieces laying around.
Push down on the left stick to cycle through items of interest.
I have this sturdy sword for 30 copper.
Prep.
I have this old hunting bow for 15. I think this padded armor and bracers might fit you. You can have it for 50. This oak shield should serve you better than that barrel lid you're carrying. We'll say 20 copper. The
Can't
blade,
afford any of it.
the bow,
I'll be going now. Thank you.
always welcome.
Fresh bread, 2 loaves for
here we are. The Wandering Goat. I'll assume it's an inn and not a stable.
Wonder if they actually drew all this
Press right
out.
trigger to enter. Left trigger to leave.
It's pretty empty in here. But I guess it won't hurt to ask around.
Push down on the left stick to cycle through interactions of interest. Press left trigger to leave.
Here's the inn. Should we enter?
Press right trigger. Push down on the left stick to cycle through interactions of interest. Press left trigger to leave.
I'm too old to be wandering around the wilderness, but I've heard there is a stolen strongbox in a cave north of here. Thieves are gone, but the box is still there, apparently.
That's kind of cool.
Why would they abandon it?
I don't know. It's just what I've heard. And the account was very detailed. They hid the box behind a waterfall at the back of the cave.
What do you think, Shepard?
I think it's a good way to get ambushed by a cave full of thieves.
Press right trigger to take up this quest. Left trigger to pass.
We could at least see if the cave exists. At the first sign of trouble, we turn back?
All right. What do I know? Well, the old man was right. I can see the opening.
What do you see?
It looks wet and dark. I don't see any footprints in the mud. Perhaps we are safe to enter. It's very dark.
I can hear the water. Follow me.
There's an old fire. And deer bones everywhere. These thieves were a bunch of pigs. I see the box. I think I know why the thieves left.
What is it?
A very angry looking bear. It will chase us down if we try to run. I'll try to distract it. You hit it. Over here. Over here, big guy. Hey. Hey, you. Distract. Hey, right here. Now on it. Over here. Over here, big guy. Hit it now. Over here. Now on it. Hey, right here.
This is a cool sequence. Pretty different from what we were doing before. Would be good to have a better sword, I bet.
Shepard? You alright?
Yes. Let's see if this was worth it. Ah. It's empty. The chest itself might be worth a few copper.
Well, it's something at least.
Damn, that was tough.
You have gained 30 copper in coin and salvage.
Oh, that's not too bad.
We have a little coin, so let's see about getting that bow. We should head for the smith.
Can I help you?
I'd like to see your weapons and armor.
Push. Use the left stick to cycle item stats. Press
I have this old hunting bow for 15.
Press the right trigger to consider purchase. Use the left stick to cycle item stats. Press right trigger to buy item. This item will cost 15 copper. Your current coin
Yeah, I
amount
figured.
is 40 copper. Press right trigger to confirm purchase.
Good luck with that. And if you're headed east, you will need it.
Push down on the left stick.
I have this sturdy sword for 30 copper.
Use the left stick to cycle item stats. Press right trigger to have at in coin value 30 copper. Your current item is 0 copper. Press right trigger to buy item. This item will cost 30 copper.
I don't have enough. I'll be going now. Thank you.
Always welcome.
Well, we have our bow. We can move on now. Unless you want to find better equipment for the journey.
That'd be nice.
When you are ready to travel, press the back or select button to bring up the character menu and select the travel map.
Fresh bread, 2 loaves for a copper.
Trying for some money. Yeah, I like how they've been doing some fun design space
Press
twists
right
on the
trigger to
fights.
enter. Left
Right,
trigger
like you'll have
to
one that
leave.
only has one person and then 2 people, and now you've got him yelling to distract the bear. Smart.
Push down on the left stick to cycle through interact.
I was supposed to meet my cousin here. I have a shipment of silks for him. Why he'd be trying to sell silk out here is beyond me.
I spoke with your cousin. He was selling just outside.
I've been told he ran afoul with the local fur traders. He's negotiating with them at their camp. I was hoping to find someone to accompany me there.
Do we look like bodyguards?
Ha! No. But you're obviously not from the village, so I can trust you would be reliable witnesses on my behalf should something go wrong. I can pay you 50 copper, assuming I make it back here safely.
Press right trigger to take.
We'll do it. I kind of liked your cousin.
Well, you'd be the first.
Pretty great. I like the writing in this. Oh, nice.
You can wait here.
That's close enough.
Gentlemen. Cousin.
Hello, Byron.
Tell them our offer.
They want me to give them all my money and all my wares and head home with you, never to return here again, in exchange for me life. What they fail to understand is that me life ain't worth a third of that on the open market.
It seems to me, cousin, that you don't have much of a bargaining position here.
On the contrary, you see, I hid the pelts, and if they kill me, they will never find them.
And if you tell them where they are?
Then they'll probably kill me anyway.
Well, I fail to see what I can do to help here. Good luck, cousin.
No, wait. Cousin.
We should leave now.
No! No! Please, help me. Help me! You can have your cloak back!
Stand aside.
Let's go, Alex.
I said stand aside!
No. He stays with us.
To hell with you!
Crazy blind swordswoman. Almost better than if she was sighted. Appreciate that they resist the temptation to do the daredevil thing, right? Let me see through the rain.
How could I ever thank you?
How about giving us the 50 copper your cousin promised us?
Oh. All right. I was about 35.
You dirty.
I jest. 50 copper, and I'll throw in a couple pelts. Yeah?
You have gained 50 copper in coin and salvage.
And a couple pelts.
Where to now? We should think about setting out.
Herbals, essentials, tonics, bombs, and ointments.
I am.
Can I help you?
I'd like to see your weapons and armor.
Push. Use the left stick to select item. Coin that. This item will cost 30 copper.
Here you are, girl. Don't cut yourself.
Push down.
I think...
Use the left item. Take damage. Use the item. Coin value. This item.
It's a fine piece. Take good care of it.
Push down on the left.
Another 50 for the armor.
I'll be going now. Thank you.
Always welcome.
Herbals, essentials, tonics, bombs, and ointments. Fresh bread, 2 loaves for a copper. Herbals, essentials.
Here's the inn. Should we enter?
Press right trigger to enter. Push down on the left.
Can I bring you some wine? Tea? Bread and cheese?
Anything would do us both good.
I might pass on the cheese. Just saw a huge...
Oh, damn rats!
It's over there, beneath the table.
Where?
By your feet, Alex.
Hold on. Got it!
Nice.
Blessings on you. A cup of wine on me.
Hey, free.
If only you could do that a few dozen more times, I might be rid of them.
Get a bunch of it in your
You could do
basement?
just that. Do you pay in copper or just wine?
If you're serious, I'd be happy to pay. A rat bit my child last night.
Classic.
Been coming up from the cellar since the last storm.
I love it.
How's 20 coppers?
You want to go rat hunting?
Press right trigger to take up this quest.
It reminds me of a game I used to play as a child.
You played a game with rats in a cellar?
Show us to the cellar, innkeep. I'll teach you how to play, Shepherd.
I love it. Cute.
There's a shovel by the door. Might suit you better for the job.
I've got it.
Here, take the lamp too.
No, it's better in the dark. The light will just send the rats into hiding.
Rat bashing.
Rats in the cellar. Catch them in the dark. Be done afore the morning lark.
Alex, it's black as pitch down here. I don't think I'll be of much use.
Nonsense. We'll play as a team. All you do is move around quietly and listen, and when you find a rat, you hit it.
That's not a game, Alex. That is hunting rats in the dark.
Ah, but it was a game, and one that I was particularly good at. Our cook would open up the cellar for us when we were playing in the kitchens.
He's like Charlie Kelly on Always Sunny.
Follow me.
I think I missed.
Here, hand me the shovel. I'll show you how it's done. Rats in the cellar, hear them squeak. 3 dirty rats to get your sweet. Okay? I've got one here. I keep perfectly still, and swing in the direction of the rat. Gotcha. So, if you collected 3 rats, Cook would give you a sweet. The other rule was if you accidentally hit another child, you would have to give them one of your rats.
So your cook would send spoiled children into a dark cellar to catch rats and keep them out of the kitchen?
I didn't think of it that way. It was still one of my favorite games. I nearly always won. This way.
This is really fun. It's criminal that this is optional.
Here's one. This is just as fun as when I was a kid. Rats in the cellar, quiet as a mouse. Catch the rats or bird.
They're making this so like whimsical. It's like absolutely Charlie and Always Sunny.
Stay right where you are. Another one down.
You are very good at this.
I think we nearly have them all. Oh, over there. One more.
Yeah, that's great.
No? Another way then. Hold it right there. Cook would be proud. I think that's it. Well played, if I do say so myself. Let's go fetch our reward from Cook. I mean, the innkeeper. Your cellar is rat-free, good woman.
Oh, blessings. Blessings on you. Here's the 20 copper as promised. Oh, your cloak is soaked. Hang it by the fire and I'll get you some tea.
I'm fine. It will dry soon enough.
Anytime you folks want a drink, it's on the house.
You have gained 20 copper in coin and salvage.
There's nothing for us here. Let's go.
Bombs and ointments.
There's another secret quest for 30 copper somewhere.
Herbals, essentials, tonic bombs and ointments. Fresh bread, soup.
Greetings. How's your friend? Did that poultice do the trick?
You can ask him yourself.
I'm much better, thank you.
You caring for someone?
It's the husband. The grist is in his lungs again. If you're looking for a little work, I need more honey for a brew to clear his chest. He is usually the one I send to fetch it. There are a number of hives along the road just outside town. I could spare 15 copper if you collect for me.
Press right trigger to take up this quest.
Sounds easy enough.
Really, there's 2 secret quests. Maybe the
We'll
bread boy.
head out right now then.
And don't tarry too long, or you'll come back full of stingers.
E quest.
We should keep some honey for our own use on the road.
I've never considered honey for more than sweetening cakes.
You Easterners. My father would sing to the bees and thanks every time I got a cold. I couldn't think of coughing without dodging a mouthful of honey.
My father never paid me much mind whether I was ill or well. I hear the bees.
I don't see them. They must be off the path somewhere.
Follow me then.
All right, they're up in the tree. You hold out the bucket, I'll go up and cut them down.
Are you all right?
My injuries are making this hard. Ah, son of a goat. They definitely sting. One's coming down. Ah, we have to move fast. They're onto us. Ah.
I'll lead us to the next hive.
Poor guy. I should pay more.
Why are they seeing you? I see it. you go. We'll need a few more to fill the bucket. Lead the way. Hurry!
Okay.
Son of a... Damn it, Alex, come to me. Ah, here is another. One more should do it. There it is. We have enough. Let's go. Try to keep up.
Yay! Probably got stung like 15 times.
Here is the honey you need.
Many thanks. And 15 coppers, as promised. Did you get stung?
Not me.
I don't want to talk about it.
Nature is both hostile and healing, as are we all. Be sure to take out the stingers, and then daub each with a bit of honey to help take away the pain.
Thank you, healer.
Farewell.
You have gained 15 copper in coin and salvage.
Where do you want to go? We can move on now.
When you are ready to travel, press the back or select button to bring up the character menu and select the travel map.
Nope.
Red boy.
Can I help you?
I'd like to see your weapons and armor.
Push. I
don't think I can afford this yet, but I'll try.
Item.
I guess I
It's a
could,
fine
just barely.
piece.
Okay.
Take care of it.
Thought I was down
There
by
are
15.
no items for sale better than what you already own.
I'll be going now. Thank you.
Always welcome.
Character men equip. Use left stick. Character resume game. Travel.
We are here in Braga. Rivertown is 4 days' journey from here.
Press right trigger to proceed. Left trigger to remain at this location.
What is it?
Just changing my dressings.
How's your leg?
Better. It's my hand I'm worried about.
Your hand?
My fighting hand.
What did they do to you? It's why you wear the cloak.
Let us just say I had more fingers before the Odedan arrived.
My uncle would go on about the savagery of the Odedan. I never knew how much to believe.
The Odedan are not savages. They are nomads. Traders. I've traded with them.
Why would they be attacking shepherds?
I was simply in their path. Warriors are savage when they need to be. You may need to be savage one day too.
I'm not supposed to be outside of the keep. What if we get caught?
Father's not even in the city.
What about Uncle?
He has you swinging a sword. Why not shooting a bow?
I suppose.
Yay, training.
What am I shooting?
There are pigs that come round here looking for scraps in the evening.
I don't want to kill anything.
The arrows are blunted. I doubt they would go through parchment. There's one now. Just at the tree line. Do you hear it?
Yes.
Let's move in slowly to set up the shot.
Use the left stick to move in on your target. Push only part way on the stick to move quietly.
We should move closer. There, perfect. He's frozen. He knows we're here. Any closer and he'll run off.
Center your target by pushing side to side on the right stick. Pull the right trigger to draw your bow and release to fire.
It's much harder to hear.
Well done. You hit it.
I did.
Ooh, there's a nice fat one. Do you hear it? It's peeing on that tree. It's close enough. You can shoot from here.
Ah! Hey! Who did that?
Rolf?
Honest mistake, Rolf. She
That's
mistook
funny.
you for a pig.
I can spit in your food, you know.
That wasn't nice.
But it was worth it.
What if he tries something to get back at me?
He won't. You know Uncle and I will always protect you.
Even when you're busy being king.
Especially when I'm busy being king.
That's sweet.
Alex,
What now?
I hear an animal.
Wolves?
No. I think it's a boar. Our provisions will only last so long. This could mean food for weeks.
What do you need me to do?
Stop snoring.
I snore?
Shh. It's right there. I have a clear shot. My hand. It's too weak.
Here, give me the bow.
What?
Like that we have an excuse that we do all
You're a
this.
hunter now too?
Not really, but I can shoot a bow. I'll try to get closer.
I think I recall an old adage about never hunting with a blind woman.
Shh.
That's far enough. Great shot. Shield ready, Alex. You did it. I'll be damned. Suppose you don't know how to butcher it.
I'll leave that to you. I've got the pretty hands. What do I get to be hit with today, Uncle?
Oh, you sound almost happy to be here.
Just glad to be out of my room.
Well, I'm sure I can put an end to that. Draw your sword. Marvelous. Now, I want to teach you something that will allow you to take the fight to the enemy. A heavy, overhead swing has the possibility to break through the enemy's guard. You will no longer be limited to waiting for the enemy to attack first. I want you to give it a try. Raise your weapon over your head.
To execute a heavy attack, pull back on the right stick and hold until wind-up sound is complete. Then push in the direction you wish to swing.
Fun.
Very good. Now, try again as I move. Excellent. Now, when you break my guard, you should be able to press your advantage right away.
When an enemy's guard is broken, you will have a window in which you can freely strike.
Break my guard and continue to attack. Very good. Now, in the field, you won't always be able to break an enemy's guard. Continued attacks will expose yourself to my counterattack.
If a heavy attack is parried, you should raise shield in preparation for counterattack.
Listen carefully to whether or not you break my guard. Be prepared for my counterattack. Again? Again. Be prepared for my counterattack.
I used the wrong button. Oops.
Again. Listen for the guard break.
This is quite a bit harder.
Again. Excellent.
Got it.
Now, these attacks take time and energy and can be turned away by shields. You won't always be able to use them.
Heavy attacks are most effective when fighting in single combat or against hesitant enemies without shields. In addition, impact weapons such as hammers, axes, and maces are favored to swords when using heavy attacks.
The important thing to remember is that the warrior with the most options will more often win the day.
I shouldn't have upset him. So you've met many Odedan?
A few, yes.
What are they like when they're not trying to kill you?
They come from tribes across the northern plain. Some are farmers and herders, some are nomads hunting or raiding, or trading with the great cities in the far west. Some have olive skin, some are darker. Some are pale as milk.
What they look like means very little to me.
Ah, yes. Though it means a great deal to some people. That's why their warriors brand their skin. And they dust themselves with chalk before battle. It makes them feel like one. An avalanche of white crashing down on their enemies.
Huh. I wonder...
Alex, wait. I see tracks ahead. Where the path narrows.
What's happening?
Odedan.
It would be impossible without headphones.
I'll give you a quick death.
Give up!
You will regret resisting us.
The attacks are dangerous. Get him? Hey.
Well done, Alex. But
That
we'll
didn't
stick
go
to
so
the
well.
woods from now on.
You have gained 30 copper in coin and salvage.
These flies are murderous.
Not what you are used to back in Glades.
We have flies, but everything out here bites. Wolves. Are they close?
Yes, I see them. A pack. Larger than I've ever seen. They're closing in. We'll need to fight them back before they overwhelm us.
I have to use heavy attacks here, I see. Chaos.
I've never seen wolves
right.
that aggressive.
We may have
Not
been
so
better
bad.
off on the road.
We should find the village before nightfall.
So, what is the life of a shepherd like in the Borderlands?
Quiet. Sometimes peaceful. Sometimes dangerous with spring floods.
Probably gonna be
and
my
raiders sweeping
my
through the vale.
smallest VOD of all time.
It's mostly lonely.
Do sheep make poor companions then?
That's the subject of too many jokes in the Borderlands.
Glad they
smoke.
made that joke.
There's a village beyond the tree line.
What's happening?
I think there's a fire. Follow me. Looks like raiders came through. Stables and manor houses are ablaze.
You, in the hood! Don't stand there gawking! Grab a bucket and run it down to the river! What's wrong with you? Grab a bucket!
Can we help them?
Wait here, Alex. I'll see what I can do.
Where are you? Hello? There's someone trapped in the stable. I'm coming for you.
Over here!
Where are you?
I'm right here!
Come with me. Take my hand.
Thank you.
This way!
I have to walk in the fire.
Over here! This way! I leave you for what?
2 minutes and you run into a burning building.
She saved my life.
Who did this to your village?
Dead. Only a handful, but they took the chief's daughter hostage. We were helpless as they looted our stores.
They said they'd release her on the road as long as we didn't follow. We're sending a small party out to get her.
We'll come with you. Safety in numbers, right?
I don't think it's wise, Alex. They will have killed the girl by now.
Are you coming?
We're better off on our own. If you want my help, you have to trust me.
You'd best go on without us. We'd only slow you down. So you think they'll kill the hostage?
Most likely. Those villagers have little to offer them in ransom.
And you would still defend their savagery?
It's not a matter of defending it. I understand its purpose. One brutal statement sends a clear message. Discourages the resistance, which only leads to more bloodshed.
Why are they doing this? Invading the Borderlands?
That is a good question. The Odedin have little interest in claiming land. That's something
Yeah,
for
you play as a
Easterners.
blind woman.
Perhaps the Odedin want to remind Glades that the Borderlands don't belong to anyone.
You have no love for the kingdom.
Do I love castles and garrisons and taxes? No.
And what about burning villages and killing hostages?
There are many things I'm sure you'll find unpleasant outside the fancy garages and castles.
Shh. I hear voices. By the river.
It's been 10 miles. They're not following us. I think it's safe to kill her.
We're not going to free her.
How long do you think she will last out there? I'll be doing her a favor.
She's still alive.
Hold on. There are at least 5 warriors. We're not charging in there.
I'll use my bow. Take out a few before they see us.
That is a terrible idea, Alex.
You're going to let them kill that girl?
No, I'm going to keep you from killing yourself. This way, Alex. Leave them. Alex, let's go. This way, Alex. Where are you going?
Did you hear that? Show yourself, coward. Over here.
You're getting stronger than you.
You sure you want to do this?
I really like the choice to make this all twin stick stuff. That's smart. Can't talk while playing this or I'm gonna die.
Shepard?
I'm here, Alex.
You stayed.
I'll free the girl. Wait here.
Thank you.
Your disregard for your own life is wearing off on me.
I can't thank you enough for saving my
I
daughter.
think I got too
Please,
close to them.
take this gold band. It was my wife's. I used to think it was my most important keepsake of her. I know now it means very little compared to the daughter you've returned to me.
We can't accept this.
Nonsense. Don't hesitate to sell it for what you might need on your journey east.
Thank you, then. It will surely help.
I'd send you on with an escort, but we need to rebuild, and I couldn't spare the men and women.
We travel light and quiet. We'll be just fine.
And be wary on your way in and out of Rivertown. I hear bandits and pirates have laid siege to the place.
We will.
You have
I like how you
gained
only have to play this for
100
very
copper
long.
in coin and salvage.
Oh, nice. That's a lot. You don't have to play this for very long to start to get an intuition for, like, just imagining what's happening. It's kind of cool. See if it lets me
Game
pause.
options menu.
Yeah.
Push down on the left stick to cycle menu options.
Yeah. I went to, there's a really cool exhibit in San Francisco at the Exploratorium called the Tactile Dome. It's one of the coolest things I've done. It's basically this like giant labyrinth that's completely pitch black. Like they seal it shut so that not even a little speck of light can get in. So you're blind in there, but it's also kind of like a jungle gym sort of a thing. So you're like having to feel your way through it. And they have all these cool things on the walls, hence Tactile Dome. Like there's like walls that are made out of combs. And there's a wall that's like made out of guitars and stuff. And I have this like, I have this picture, this map in my mind of what I think the Tactile Dome looks like. I've never seen it, you know, never had the lights turned on in there. Kind of a similar thing. It's kind of wild how plastic the brain is.
Guard up, Theo. You need to protect your head.
If you were quick enough to hit me...
If you ever find yourself in San Francisco, go to it. It's really good.
Alex, please join us. Theo is in need of a good smack in the face.
I'd like to see her try.
Yeah. Take your sword.
Are you sure about this, Uncle?
I'll go easy on you, sister.
You'll do no such thing, Theo. You must first defeat your enemy before granting quarter. And here is your shield.
Do I get a shield too? It's only fair.
Would you also like a blindfold?
Uncle, you know he won't let me win.
I'm counting on it. You need to teach him a lesson. Theo is quick, but predictable. He'll come at you with a flurry of swings. Block them all before you counterattack.
You must wait until combo attacks end before safely counterattacking.
All right? Go to
I do like the way they increase the complexity.
Damn it, you're quick.
You need to vary your attacks, Theo. Alternate between the heavy overhead swing and the quick slashes. All right, Alex. You should be able to hear his heavy attack a mile away. You can counter that right after you block it.
You will be able to hear the difference between a heavy single swing and quick combo swings. Recognizing the difference will allow you to time your counterattacks.
Enough, Alex.
Sorry, brother.
Next time, she fights without the shield.
Next time, you'll keep your guard up when I tell you to.
I shouldn't have upset him.
He needs to learn humility. Every good king does. It's one of the traits I fear he lacks.
I suppose I was born with humility.
You, Alex.
It's an interesting transition from the last conversation with the brother.
Don't you ever forget that.
Game or
Actually,
game sound.
can I
sound
turn
set.
on
Change
subtitles?
master. Push down one sound. Change hit left speak. Sounds game or game control. Sound
Possibly
game,
not.
Game difficulty
I guess that
set.
makes sense. I feel bad talking over the dialogue, that's all.
Stay close, Alex. We are at the gorge. I can see Rivertown in the distance.
Describe it for me.
It's a steep climb down to the ferry dock, but the river will be our best hope of getting ahead of the horde.
No, describe the view.
The view? I suppose it's nice.
Go on.
The sun is setting. Beyond the town. The sky is red.
I can't picture colors.
The sky is like fire. It warms the clouds piled up like wool on the horizon.
It's nice.
However, the light on the river has turned it into a writhing serpent, burning its way through the forest. That is our path.
Thank you, Shepherd. You're quite the poet.
In a past life, perhaps.
That was nice.
You look worried, Sheep.
I don't like boats.
Not to worry then. This is more of a makeshift raft.
Nearly drowned as a child. Slipped into the castle reservoir. My brother was there to pull me out. Theo was always there when I needed him.
Well, do your best not to fall in. I can't swim.
Ferryman, how much farther to Rivertown?
My name's Kadir.
I like the increased speed of the particles here.
Will we be on the water much longer, Kadir?
Not long now. Ah, hell, what's this now? They know I don't ferry anything valuable. No offense.
Pirates?
2 boats. If you have steel on hand, I'd flash it now. They'll dump you in the river as soon as rob you.
You don't sound that worried.
Killing the ferryman is bad for business. Hey! Watch it with the arrows!
Shepherd, get behind my shield.
tired.
I can hear the coin on you.
No! Another boat, Alex.
Hand over the coin.
That was pretty bad.
Yes.
Those lot were amateurs. The pirates downstream won't be so easy. Here we are, Rivertown.
We don't plan on staying long. How will we find you when we are ready to leave?
I ring the bell when I'm heading out. I gather you intend to travel east.
That is the plan, yes.
I don't take travelers past the Oxbow.
How far is that?
About 5 miles.
How much do you want? To take us all the way to the King's Road?
How much? We are not haggling here. I don't go past the Oxbow.
Any thoughts on how we get back to the kingdom?
Become a pirate? Good luck.
Let's have a look around. See if we can find the way east.
Character menu. Traffic coin. You have 140 copper. Character menu.
If you're looking for veils, I only have some materials for fishhooks until the iron comes in.
How long will that be?
Your guess is as good as mine. I fear my supplier met his bandits on the road.
What would you pay us if we were to uncover the fate of the supplier?
Very little if the iron is gone. You can have your choice of wares if you can recover the shipment. What do you say?
Press right trigger to...
We're in.
Beautiful. I'll be here waiting, making smaller and smaller fishhooks.
Probably should have found the shop first. I was actually trying to look for the beggar lady.
There's not much of a road here. Wait, Alex. I see something.
What is it?
Blood. A few days old. Keep a hand on your steel. Cart tracks head off the road here. Whoever was bleeding was dragged off in the other direction. This is not a good situation, Alex. We should cut our losses and head back.
We came all this way.
Fine. Which way do you want to go?
Push down on the left stick to cycle options.
Follow the blood.
Press right trigger to select.
Or the cart.
Press right trigger to select. Use the left stick to consider.
The blood.
It's a morbid thought, but a body will have more to tell us, won't it?
All right. Stay close.
How far have we been walking?
Too far. This is a long way to drag a body. And there's something else.
What?
I've yet to see a footprint. Or an animal track. Just drag marks and blood.
Hold on. I hear something. Just ahead. Follow me.
I see them.
What is it?
Wolves feeding on a horse.
Wolves dragged a horse?
Not possible. Something else must have dragged it here. The wolves came later. We need to go now, Alex.
I have to agree.
They're coming for us. Ready your weapon. gotten into them? We need to get out of these woods.
We'll
Doing
take a
spooky
quick
stuff?
look for the cart on the way out.
Fine.
I smell a fire.
There's a clearing ahead. Looks like bandits. 4 of them. I can see the cart. And the body of the merchant.
They murdered him.
We should let the blacksmith come and get it himself.
There's something out there.
They know we're here. We could walk out there. Try to talk with them.
Or I start loosing arrows.
Your call. I follow your lead.
Ita,
Can you see what that is?
Chance we get for a while.
Is it the militia?
Don't move, or I'll let loose again.
Easy now.
The Iron Merchant. Why did you murder him?
He was dead when we found him, honestly. There's not a scratch on him. Look.
Shepherd,
He looks untouched.
why did you take the wagon?
We wanted to sell it, but we were afraid that the dead merchant would bring you here.
Bring us here.
The local militia.
Wait a minute. You're not the militia. It's just the 2 of you out here.
The others have followed the blood trail. They'll be back shortly.
I don't believe you. This is for the arrow. You're not going to hand over your coin? Truce! I call a truce! Why are you out here?
We were sent by the smith. We're taking the iron cart.
How are we going to do that without a horse?
Good point.
Look, we don't want to stay out here. You saw the blood on the road. Whatever attacked the wagon, drag the horse into the woods, and kill the driver without touching him. We'll bring the iron into town with you, if you tell the militia we didn't kill the merchant.
All right.
Okay.
You have a deal.
Ah, my shipment. Who are your friends?
Woodsman. At the camp, near where we found the cart.
No need to say more. Word travels fast around here. Sorry you had to seize a nasty business.
Did you know the driver?
I didn't, actually. He was sent by the smelter. It just bothers me when someone comes into misfortune while in my service. Thinking at it now, I should have ordered earlier. Or risked it downriver. Anyhow. The fort is fired up. Tell you what, it takes this bit of silver. If you come back here, it will buy you any of the weapons I make.
Thank you. We'll stop by before leaving.
You have gained 50 copper in coin and salvage.
Not too bad.
Where to, Alex?
Welcome back. If you're willing to return my silver, I can fashion you a weapon worth twice that.
What can you make me?
I specialize in heavier arms.
Push down on the left stick to cycle through items of interest. Press left trigger.
How about a hammer? Heavy yet compact. About a forearm's length should do you.
Press the right trigger.
I could make a battle axe. With a pick spike to punch through mail.
Press the right trigger to consider purchase.
My blades are on the heavier side, but can still be wielded with a shield.
Press the right trigger to consider purchase. Use the left stick to cycle item stats. Press right trigger to buy item.
Yeah, I don't want anything that's slow, I don't think.
Use the left stick to cycle item stats.
Battle axe.
Press right trigger to buy item. Left trigger to consider other items.
This looks strictly better, I think. But the endurance recovery is slow, though. I like my current sword.
If you're looking for...
Use the left stick to cycle item stats. Press
Lots
right
of
trigger to buy
noise.
item. Left trigger to consider other item. Push.
I'll be going now. Thank you.
your purse for old Maggie. Hello, princess.
What do you mean by princess?
I call all little girls princess.
I'm hardly a little girl.
Insults will not get you copper.
You think I'm here for copper? Old Maggie is just here to help. So I'm going to give you 3 simple rules for getting by in Riverton. Rule 1, stay out of the swamp. Rule 2, keep 2 hands on the tiller. Rule 3, everything makes its way downstream one way or another.
Words to live by, I'm sure. Let's go, Alex.
Spare a copper for a blind old woman. Good day to you, princess. Your purse for old Maggie.
Hey, you with the bow.
Me?
Don't suppose you like fish?
I don't mind it.
Well, I hate fish. Have all my life.
And you sell it?
Born into fishmongering, you can't choose your parents, can you?
No, you can't.
It puts food on the table, mostly fish, of course. But we used to get regular shipments of venison and salt pork before the pirates took to the river. I could pay decent if you were to put that bow to work.
What do you consider decent?
5 copper for rabbit, 15 for boar or deer. You won't find a fairer price in town. I'm also the only butcher.
He must be desperate, Alex. That's a very good price.
Press right trigger to take up this quest.
We'll do it.
Sure.
I'll let you know what the wood has to offer.
Good hunting.
Wait, I see something.
It's a rabbit.
Close. Aim a bit to the left.
Ah, she's gone.
Bummer.
There's another one. Just missed. A bit to the right. Close. Aim a bit to the right, Alex.
This is quite difficult.
She's gone.
Wait. There's another one over there.
You hit it. It's done.
First try.
Well done. We should bag one more before leaving.
Just missed. Just a little to the left.
You're still a better shot than me.
There's another one.
really hard to hear.
Ah, she's gone. Wait, there's another one over there. Great shot. It's down. I think
Okay, that was really hard.
Very nice. I can make the wife some nice gloves to boot. 5 copper each, as I promised.
You have gained 10 copper.
Where now?
Fish, fresh from the river this morning.
Not this way. Not this way.
Not much else to spend it on round here. May as well put it in the cook.
We're at the inn. It is busy. A lot of people passing through Rivertown.
Press right trigger to enter.
If you want to move anything on the water, you'll have to get in with the pirates.
Will they accept coin for passage?
They're not about to accept coin that they already take freely. You need to plead your case with the washerwoman.
The washerwoman?
Her entire family is in with the pirates. She sends them signals down the river with the way she hangs the clothes. You'll find her down at the docks. Sunrise to sunset.
Thank you.
We should talk to a few more people before heading to the docks.
Push down on the left stick.
Miss,
What is it, child?
I'm traveling with my father and brother. They've gone missing.
Missing? Here in town?
No, my brother and I were playing by the mire. Hugo got lost and my father went in to look for him. They haven't come out and no one here will help me.
Alex, we don't have time for this.
Press right trigger to...
Can you show us where your father entered the mire?
Yes, thank you, thank you. This is where we last saw Hugo.
Honestly, Alex, it looks like a place where murderers dump their victims.
Shh. Let's just go in a ways.
Hugo! Father?
Wait up! What's your name again?
Robin.
Stay with us, Robin.
Hello? Father? Father!
I see them. They're in that tree ahead.
Why are they in a tree?
This way, Alex. Over here.
Robin! Don't come any closer!
We're here to help you. Are you hurt?
There's something in the water!
Robin! Stay next to me. And don't move.
They're coming!
Who are coming? Describe it.
I don't know if I can. Ready your weapon, Alex. Where is it?
Fuck this.
I'm all right. Is it still there?
I
think so.
Enough of this. Ah!
I have to use my imagination for what this is.
I think you killed it.
Phew.
You go.
Oh, Robin.
We need to leave this place now.
Yes, please.
Yeah, you don't know what it is. I also like that the previous scene set up the idea that there might be like fantasy creatures in this.
Yet I have little to repay you with. Pirates made off with the tea we were selling.
You owe us nothing. I'm just glad to be of service.
Yes, you have the heart of one who serves.
You wouldn't happen to be heading east on the river?
No. We will be taking the road west. But I will make sure that stories of your bravery travel with us.
Goodbye, Alex. And thank you, Shepard.
You must take some pleasure in that, Shepard.
I suppose I do. Where now? We're at the inn.
Press right trigger to push down on.
You two would do nicely. We're looking for travelers unknown to the locals. With Oderin on the road east, bandits have turned to the river. Merchants downstream will pay us
Well, all
big
the
to handle
accents.
pirating.
What would you need of us?
Hardly nothing. We'll load you up, send you down. When the pirates show up, we'll do the rest.
Sounds dangerous.
We've 10 ex-soldiers from Braga garrison. Pirates won't touch you.
What would you pay us?
100 copper.
Each.
Sure. Each.
Press right trigger to take up this quest.
All right.
Seems dangerous.
We'll do it.
200 copper. And we may be able to get the ferry east if they can break the blockade.
Do you see anything?
Nothing yet.
Can you see our escort?
They're set back in the woods now. I can only hope they're still watching us.
Perhaps we'll drift all the way home?
Wait. I see movement on the left bank. Pirates.
Where is our escort?
I see our escort now on the right. They've put in upstream. What are they doing? 10 men on one raft.
Watch the rocks! Watch the rocks!
Fools. They've capsized. We're on our own.
Looks like the locals thought they would have a bit of fun with us.
Ah, they have bows. Ready your shield.
Archers, loose!
Here they come.
Where are you off to?
Another boat. Incoming.
This gets pretty complicated after a while. It seems simple at the beginning.
You're lost, girl?
A lot to pay attention to. The lady pirates tend to do fast
You still with
attacks
me,
combos.
Shepherd?
Yes. I'll take us to shore.
Yeah, they start to get pretty aggressive, and you have to be like really paying attention to where you're pointing the shield.
Well, that didn't go as
Especially when they
planned.
like start
You think?
losing arrows
Worked there in
mid-fight.
the end, didn't it? Blockade is done with?
Our payment?
When we collect from the merchants.
You'll be giving us our payment now. Or you'll be floating downstream with those pirates.
No need for threats. I only have 100. But it's yours if you're not willing to wait.
We'll take it now.
Suit yourself.
You have gained 100 copper in coin and salvage.
It sounds like the ferryman's heading out. We should see if he'll take us east, now that the pirates are thinned out a little.
I like it. I think it's good. I'm interested to see more. It's up to you if you want to use sub-luck on it. I think this is the kind of game that... this is the gist of it, I think, but I feel like there's still, you know, stuff they could do with the design space, new abilities, new encounters, so... I'm 50-50, honestly. It's up to you. I like it, though.
You're proud of yourselves, eh? Taking on the river rats?
You're not happy the river's clear.
You don't think other would-be pirates will take their place?
Over time, sure. Until then, will you take us?
I don't take travelers past the oxbow. Period.
Now what?
I guess we go see the washerwoman.
Not much else to spend it on round here. May as well put it in the cup. Good day to you, princess. Maggie thanks you.
We're at the inn.
Press right trigger. Push down on the left stick.
I've done it again. The stable master is going to kill me.
What have you done, girl?
A horse I was watering got away. It belongs to a rich patron. I came in here hoping that someone might be able to help me. It's up in the meadow, above town, but I can't corral it by myself.
What can you offer us for help?
Nothing but my thanks. That's the problem, isn't it?
Press right trigger to...
We can help.
What are you doing? We need to focus on getting you home. How's this going to help us?
It will help me sleep better.
Thank you. We'll go now.
Probably wrap after this mission. It's like a good natural stopping point.
There she is. In the center of the pasture.
You're the shepherd? What do we do?
We'll spread out and move in on it slowly. Nice and slow, Alex.
Okay.
No? Shh, 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 shh. Easy, girl.
You did it! Thank you!
Nice.
I am forever in your debt.
You're quite welcome.
Where now?
Great. Future Marstead, you want to finish exploring this village? There's supposed to be a washerwoman that you talk to before going to the sound of the bell to get on the ferry. Combat in this game is about the left stick and the right stick. You push the left stick forward, left, or right to block attacks as you hear them. Attacks are either a heavy attack or a combo attack, so you have to hold the shield out for longer. You can counterattack a couple times with the right stick after you hear it. You can also do a heavy attack with the right stick, but you're kind of bad at it. It's probably better to just do safe counterattacks with the shield. So just use the right stick to do that. A heavy attack, if you need to do it, though, is holding down on the right stick and then pushing up. When you do a bow and arrow sequence, you use the right trigger, you hold it down, and then you release to fire. But the bow and arrow stuff is pretty hard, so you're going to want to walk as close to the target as you possibly can to have any chance of landing the hit. Thank you, Yahan, for sharing this game. It's very cool. I haven't seen anything like it before.
Push down on continue
Like it.
to quit game.